NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give is to Williams. Nowhere to go.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Escapes the pressure to his right. And as he throws, just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Look out! Complete in the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's...
Snags it, and there's running room. He's at the 50. Past the 30. At the 20. He's at the 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
On the move. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Quick give. It's Scott. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Moves the pocket. It's Bailey. Oh, pressure's coming. Got his man. At the 45 on his way. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Wolfpack might just keep spinning it after that last one. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Motion from the wide receiver. Drops back on first down. Out wide right, it's Huffman. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Second and long here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, gonna throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over it. Quarterback gets the first down. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. NC State quick to the line.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Makes the grab. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. The Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. Run in the red zone. It's Scott. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And the RPO got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, the defense dialed up a blitz. Quarterback knew he was going to get hit, but he also knew it was man coverage, so he found his best matchup. He got it out of his hands early, right before getting smacked to get that completion.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Here comes the heat. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Looking for the marker. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting the hole even open up.
Speeding down the left side. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. Up to 45 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Sells to run, looking to pass. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. There he goes. The tag into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Long way to go on second down. To throw, it's Bailey. Rushes on, and he never had a chance.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Looking for room. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling on until they find an answer.
They'll need a bunch on second down. From the gun, it's Williams. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously.
Makes the grab in their space. Tag! Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
2nd and long here. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Way off target there.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going to take off. They're going to mark him just inches short of getting that 1st down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on 4th down. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Needs it. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Left side, it's Snow. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Rush right in his face. It's complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the 2nd half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They knock him down right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Out wide left, it's Carter. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss on these throws and you see the ball not go near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of the quarterback. And are his feet set where now he can start to move towards where he wants to throw the football? And you can tell his feet weren't set and he was drifting a little bit.
Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Between the hashes, it's Hudson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's Texas A&M, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the number 1 team in the country, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Starting this third quarter on the ground. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Looking long. Leaping grab for a big gain. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Moving out to the right. Finds his man, and they swarm him under.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's going to run it. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. The 20, just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. RPO complete. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Set to advance on the football.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Throws it deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Sets his feet. It's Bailey. Under pressure. Soft spot in the middle. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be fourth.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Changing the routes with his receivers. Needs it here on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Working that left side now. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off.
He's got it. He is in. Touchdown, North Carolina State. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And the extra point gets him a little closer at 31-10. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Looking for room. It's Sticky. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Right down the middle. Left side is Simmons. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Red Raiders will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Sticky. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Red Raiders. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Throwing on the run. He's open on the right. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Out wide left, it's Jackson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The run inside, it's Scott. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Bailey. He'll pull it down and run. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Motion from the wideout. He's changing the play. Wants to throw one first. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Left side is Jackson. Shakes him, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Lining up for the PAT. And it's perfect. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Oh, pressure's coming. Got out of trouble and throws. Just left that ball well short.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up third down.
Third and long right here. Drops back, it's Hammond. Right side, it's Eakin. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Oh, he missed it. No good. There is a flag on the field, so let's see if this guy's going to get another shot at it. The defense just gives back its mini victory of forcing the field goal try with the roughing the kicker penalty, and now they'll have to come up with a stop in the red zone. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch it on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside and making the big tackle.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Sends it back in motion. They give it to the freshman, his first carry. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
Number 95, set to kick it away.
Bringing it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Scott. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Scanning the field, it's Bailey.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Back to pass on second down. Misses badly on that one.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.